We love hip
You know
hop.
what? I was going to get into a story here, and I might have to change up my thumbnail. And I'm going to put this on the screen here. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Not even like an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago, this post was still available. It was a slide post, and we can get into our top 5 story. Okay. So it looks like GGG, Styles, and Larry got knocked. Free Jungs starting 5. Larry was on the run for a stick charge. Styles was on the run for a mass shooting in Edmonton, which Century is currently doing life for, as 100 awaits trial. This had a carousel of pictures. What I'm imagining now, what happened is that Top 5's team finally seen this and said, yo, this needs to be taken down. And I could understand why. Okay. Now, just getting back to the text over here, he had a variety of different mans that were out there on roads doing their thing, right? If I just go and put in like Flipper GGG, bare stories on this guy. Flipper GGG transferred from Stony Mountain Institution after stabbing. All tales of Toronto, the crazy story of Flipper. Every member of like the crew that you can see over here from his Top 5 YouTube page. I don't know if they thought that taking the slide pictures down would stop me from doing the story, but I'm still doing the story. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there was 5 slide pictures. There was Styles, there was Larry GGG. Okay. There was a picture of Century, there was a picture of 100, and there was a picture of Flipper. So that's 5 different guys that he's in his team. And listen, there's going to be an educational arc at the end of this story over here. Okay, so let's just go through this page over here. He had a bunch of different guys that were like, right? Money Man is still on roads. I don't know about G41, but 100 GGG over here. Some of these guys were really good at making music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. Suit to No Joke Jigsaw. Let me just hear a little bit of this.
Yeah. Murky look like he got hit by a spear. Like how many times did we let round there? How many guys got put in the air? Now the whole city screaming that it ain't fair, cause we got them 3 buildings in fear.
All right. No, Century GGG. If I put it in Century, boom. The SEO is so crazy that like right away the man pops up. This is not even on his channel. All right, Century GGG and 100 on bad terms because 100 didn't take the stand, right? Let me play this video courtesy of Rockboy Ninja. Emoji.
What's good, YouTube? Back with another one. Before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. But let's get right into it. Now, according to a post from the blog pages, they're saying that Century GGG, who was just found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life, no parole eligibility for 25 years, is on bad terms with a co-accused 100 GGG, who was scheduled for trial in January of 2027. Now, they're saying that these guys are on bad terms because Century wasn't arrested at the scene. He was arrested a year later, and he wanted 100 GGG to testify that he wasn't the one on video. Now, 100 GGG hasn't been to trial yet, so if he goes on the stand to testify that Century wasn't the one on the video, that means he's going to be implicating himself, right? Because if he's there to say that this guy wasn't there, so he's pretty much putting himself at the scene. So I don't know, man. It's looking like these guys are already falling apart according to the blog pages. But Top 5 jumped in the comment section to say that's cap. He also took to his Instagram to post a picture of him and Century GGG with the caption "Free You Century" with a bunch of emojis. Now, I don't know if it's cap or not, like I said, but I don't think it would be a smart idea for 100 GGG to take the stand to say this guy wasn't there. That's just going to be putting him at the scene, and he got trial coming up. But hey, y'all gangsters could explain to me in the...
So yeah, there's a lot going on there. So that happened over here with Century GGG and 100. These 2 guys in jail, Flipper in jail, and now you have these other 2 that they're saying Styles and Larry got knocked. Now, we've been waiting for Top 5 to like do like his big one as far as for 2026. The biggest thing that's happened with Top 5 is I guess him making his comeback after the stabbing that happened in the UK. And that was back in 2025, if I'm not mistaken. If I go to my Kick page, I wonder if the VODs are still up. Let's see. It might be. No, this is like a year ago. So yeah, the VODs are not even up from those. Those are gone in the ether, right? Just clips exist. And then whoever like screen recorded the whole thing. All right. So, I don't know what to say, bro. This might be a reason because there's just so many different things going on around him. And I'm just speculating. I'm not even going off of conversations with him from behind the scenes or anything like that. It's like so many of your peoples around you are just dealing with so much legal issues. And a lot of this stuff is stuff that stems from things back in like 2018, 2017, just all of the maybe sometimes 2020 shit, just stuff that was happening prior to the pandemic and a little bit during the pandemic. You know, you guys see like they're saying stuff from Edmonton all across Canada. Like there was so much going on when Five was like super duper on fire. He would be on Instagram like telling these niggas like don't freaking let this guy get you or don't let that guy get you. It was a thing for a while, you know what I'm saying? But I feel with that and everything that happened in the UK, and then like, you know, plus everything is still happening around him with the legal issues. Not that niggas scared or anything like that. I'm not trying to say anything like that. I'm just saying it's like niggas need to get their shit in order, like the whole team, before man just pop out. Because it's one thing to just be like, okay, I'm gonna just pop out by myself as a rapper or as a streamer or whatever the next move is gonna be. But it's a whole other story to be like, okay, I'm gonna pop out, my whole team's with me, or at least, you know, you can see a big faction of my team with me. And people know, yo, this is this guy, that guy, that like, it adds to the whole lore when it comes to being a drill rapper, gangster rapper, any of those different things. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you see shows from back in the days with any of these guys, it would be a stage full of mans, pause. And it added to the whole, yo, these guys are not to be fucked with. There's like 40, 50 guys behind them, and all of them guys is about it. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, maybe this might be a part of the reason why we're not just getting immediate like content from Top 5 all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Again, I will reiterate, it's not, oh man, you know, all his guys are gone, so he's shook. Like, no, I'm sure he has a lot of guys, but like, I just wouldn't feel like freaking going outside if I was him, to be honest. I'd be like, fuck, another one of my guys? And like, these guys don't get like, oh, a 1-2 year bid. They'd be like, oh, another one of my guys got 25. Like, shit. That has to be taxing mentally, not only to the people who are catching the charges or the convictions, you know what I'm saying, but like all of the people around them. All right, this had 29 comments. If all these were BFR wouldn't stand a chance. If all of them were free, sorry, BFR wouldn't stand a chance. The Reddit, kind of idiot comment is that? Yo, these guys on Reddit hate all of it. You would think that like the Toronto rap scene, nobody loves any of the rappers, bro. But that's just a Reddit thing. These are the degenerates y'all look up to, by the way. Imagine they're Hoya flipping them. Anytime she walks in the Molly spot, she probably feels shame. That's wild. These guys are going crazy in the Reddits. Yeah. Listen, gang, this is a lesson to any of y'all also, because obviously, like, we look at Top 5 as like a rapper, even if he's like a street rapper or whatever. But like a lot of the guys around him, like, with the exceptions of like 100 GGG and different guys like that, they're not looked at as rappers first. They're looked at as gangsters first, and then yes, they also, when they have time, get a couple of bars in here and there, right? Stay out the streets, kids, because the results of really really going hard body in the streets. I'm not talking about moving a little bit of drugs and whatever. And listen, I'm not saying do that either, because that can escalate into somebody having to kick your door off and then you having to strap up and slide and spin the block and all those different types of shit. Like, bro, you don't want to be in them type of situations. So if you could avoid it by any cost, having a 9-to-5 is not even a lame thing anymore, because now you can have a 9-to-5. You don't got to be at the spot every day, unless it's like literally like you're working in retail or something. But more time, you can have a 9-to-5 where you work remotely. You can be freaking doing your side shit where you're starting up your freaking whatever social media page, whatever you can do to get it cracking. There's so much more options now to get like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year than like hitting the streets, because it's not like man's them made money. Don't get it twisted. They made money, but they're not like making millionaire money type shit for all of these penitentiary chances, right? Multi-millionaire money, like maybe touched $1 million a couple of times, but like multi-millionaire money, nah, niggas isn't making that. And then like you got to be dealing with legal issues, loss of life, conscience with the freaking bodies or whatever, the hats and all that shit. The shit just had to, having a hard time sleeping with all that type of shit. Like, is it really fucking worth it in the end of the day? Definitely not Ryan Wedding money. You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, like I remember when the whole thing went out about the Flipper and YS getting 60 racks for the hit on the Mob Boss. 60 racks don't really go too far, especially in these days and times. So in the end of the day, let's say you add that on to allegedly a couple of other hits, 30 racks here, 30 racks there. Did we add up to $1 million from the streets? Probably not. That nigga's doing 2-3 life sentences. That's fucked up. So in the end of the day, like, I'm not saying, oh, well, if it's millions and millions of dollars, then take the chances. Don't do that either. But at least you be like, yo, I was sitting on a couple of million, maybe 10, and then the shit hit the fan. Like, holy shit, man. 60,000 gets you a new Honda or Toyota. Maybe, my nigga. I freaking drove a RAV4 down to Montreal the other day from the rental. It was a nice one. People were asking me about it. Yo, is that the RAV? Oh, shit. It was nice. I was thinking about it. People were like, yo, guess how much that shit cost? I was like, I haven't even thought about the price of a new car in mad long. Man, we're talking about that shit was like 50 racks, bro. The RAV4. I'm like, yo, the niggas is talking about the RAV4 like it's some high-end whip, bro. So 60 racks goes nowhere. That's not for one man, bro. That's split in two. So that's 30-30. So like, bro, you can't even put a down payment on a crib with that. And you're getting life? Wow. Okay. Kishka got 50K and gave away mad of it. Whew. Listen, gang, all I'm saying, and salute to Top 5, okay? If he sees this, like, I'm not taking the video down. I'm not dissing the man down. This is a teachable moment, okay? Like, stay out the streets, guys. Please, please. As somebody who used to be in the streets, don't get in the streets and think, okay, I'm just gonna dip a toe in and this will be all right. Like, I've told you guys stories of how I could have caught a body and I didn't. So I could be in the same situation as any of these guys. All right. So even if you think that you're not in too deep, at any second that shit could change. So it may as well just not even get it in the first place. All right. That is my lesson to y'all today.
We
Thanks
love
for
hip
watching.
hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.